So I'm gonna do something deep. I kind of just wrote this a couple of minutes ago. Did it like 2 days ago. So it's called What If I Told You Part 2. Alright? What if I told you that you didn't want to walk a mile up the side of my shoes? What if I told you you have no idea of the things that I have been through? What if I told you that I looked for my dad for over 27 years? What if I told you I waited for 30 birthday presents and Christmas gifts? What if I told you that I would have preferred to have his presence over a present? What if I told you that I told her for 37 days straight that I loved her without hearing it back? Matter of fact, what if I told you that I broke up with somebody that I wasn't even going with? What if I told you now I see it's simpler to have a situationship? What if I told you now that my heart is no longer just cold? What if I told you now that my heart is strictly on froze? What if I told you said you wanted a chance with love, you wanted your turn? What if I told you to back? I didn't want you to get this freezer burn. What if I told you I played a game of hide and go seek with depression? What if I told you that I lost? Unfortunately, depression had found me. What if I told you now I like to stay up in dark places? What if I told you in dark places it seems to be the safest? What if I told you I'm tired of trying to convince my shadow that I'm worth following? What if I told you I'm not sure if this truth was even worth swallowing? What if I told you they told me to push, pray until something happens? What if I told you that my knees were wiped right now? What if I told you that I told the Lord that I needed this right now? What if I told you the Lord looked down and told me not right now? What if I told you that my pastor told me just to write this down? What if I told you that the devil was behind me with a big bottle of white out? Y'all ain't hear me though. Did you hear what I just said there? I'm gonna rewind that for one more time. What I said was, they told me to push, pray until something happens. What if I told you that my knees were white right now? What if I told you that I told the Lord that I needed this right now? What if I told you that the Lord told me not right now? What if I told you that my pastor told me just to write this down? What if I told you that the devil was behind me with a big bottle of white out? I just wrote that out. Right there. I appreciate you, fam. I told you I just wrote it. It's in my head. So let me go like this. What if I told you that I told Trump that we didn't need to build a wall? What if I told you if we needed to build a wall, we need to build it in our own backyard?
Yes, sir.
What if I told you when I wrote this it was killing me?
Yeah, I swear to God.
What if I told you that my duo kids should have been a trilogy?
It should have been 3.
What if I told you that I felt the pain when I wrote this piece? What if I told you I felt the pain coming out of my veins when I wrote this piece? What if I told you eventually I'ma get my peace? What if I told you I won't let you prevent me from getting my peace? What if I told you if need be I'll grab my peace to get my peace? Or what if I told you that this was the end of this piece?
Yeah.
Peace. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, I just wanted to get a relationship once in a while, right? Everybody out here has Facebook and they got
Instagram, Snapchat,
there you go, all
Twitter,
of those.
all that.
So, what I found about these social media sites,
Right, that was distracting us.
it made people be kind of fake.
Right now, you got fake to you, man.
So, I wrote this piece called Beyond the Filter. If y'all want to hear a poet spit, let me hear you say spit, poet.
Spit, boy.
Have you ever met somebody that you thought was dope,
Hell yeah.
but to find out that it was only baking soda?
Hell yeah. Nothing, man. I swear that shit was cut.
I'm gonna repeat that one more time. Have you ever met somebody that you thought was dope, but to find out that it was only baking soda?
Hell yeah.
Or did you ever think that you found the real thing like Coke,
Hell yeah.
but to find out that it was only RC Cola?
I know that.
Have you ever met somebody that you thought could be the Folgers inside of your cup, caffeinated all the way up, but to find out that the coffee beans only came from great value?
And thought I was up.
I value your opinion. To me, your opinion was great, but all I wanted was a date. But as of late, it is so hard for you and I to communicate because your social media makes you less social.
Rest up. Anti.
And I'm trying to verbalize with you, but now you're less vocal.
Go ahead.
And I'm looking at you as you're looking on your Facebook to look to see how many likes that you have received. And I believe that the only thing that I wanted from you was a small chat, but you snapped right back at me.
Yeah,
because you was more concerned with what people would see.
Fuck that.
For the next 24 hours when I devoured the power, this for the next hour right here beside you. This is true.
Yeah.
And then you You instantly went to Instagram to configure a photo with filters so folks can figure your physical flaws. I said that you instantly went to Instagram to configure a photo with filters so folks can figure your physical flaws. When I'm sitting here looking at you in awe, wishing that you would just leave your phone alone. Because the same way that you're caressing your phone is the way that I wanted a chance to caress you. And if you would just get off of your Instagram, man, you will see that I was the one who really wanted a chance to tap that. Matter of fact, your picture had a caption right up under it saying that you was as cold as ice. But I thought to the right hands that you would melt like the water that I need. But now we're beyond a filter, so it's quite clear to me that you are not what you're supposed to be. So, you're really not that dope. Nope. You can't be the real thing. You are not my Coke. So, now that we're beyond the filter, it's quite clear to me that your value is really not that great. So there's nothing left for me to say other than goodbye. I'm gone. Sincerely yours, logging off.